Good morning, madam.
Okay. I think you can hear me clearly. Okay, good morning. Okay, good morning. So first of all, I would like to welcome all the students for first lecture of mobile application development. Before starting the lecture, how many students in your batch? Altogether, how many students in your batch? Oh, 35. More than 24 students here. So then let's start. Before starting the lecture, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Maheshika Disanayaka from Software Technology Department. And I'm going to share the screen with you. I think you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen? Okay. So when we consider about this mobile application development, this is a compulsory course module, and also this is common for all three departments: networks, software, and multimedia. So this is a 4-credit subject. So you have lectures in 4 hours per week. Wednesday 1:15 to 4:15, and Thursday 8:30 to 10:30. Okay. So within this lecture series, if you have any doubt or any issues, you feel free to contact me. I think, okay, wait, I am. So this is my email address. So this is my email address. I put it in chat. So it is feel free to contact me during this lecture. If you have any doubt or any question, simply you can drop a message to the chat box. I'm going to answer all the questions. And when we consider about this mobile application development, first of all, you need to know about what the evolution criteria and evolution. What are the evolution criteria in this module? The evolution criteria is based on 2 criteria: continuous assessment and end text. For end test, you have end test, it's a theory paper. When we consider about continuous assessment, it can be a practical assignment, 1 or 2 practical assignment, or individual or a group project. Okay, not decided yet. I'm going to decide it with your performance. So these are the 2 criteria. So you need to obtain more than 30% for pass these 2 criteria. Okay. I think these are the basic in your university, basic criteria. That means evaluation criteria in your university. So this is a compulsory module. So all you need to pass these 2 criteria to get a final grade. Okay. Okay. Then do you have any questions about the introduction part?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Then let's move into the learning outcome of this course module. At the end of this course module, a student should be able to explain the basic mobile computing and mobile application development, as well as you have an idea about what are the major components of Android operating system, as well as what are the appropriate development components for developing the real world solution by using the mobile application technique, as well as you have some ideas about mobile application framework and the development environment. So these are the basic learning outcomes of this module. So I think you can achieve these outcomes at the end of this course module. Okay. So in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about introduction to mobile application development. So this is the content. First, we are going to discuss about introduction. That means what is the mobile application, why the mobile application development is important, and how we get the mobile application, what are the mobile operating system, and so on. Then the next one is what is this Android, and next we are going to discuss about Android software stack. And next, application service. After that, we are going to create your first application with Android Studio. Okay. Then let's move into introduction. So when we consider about mobile application development, I know it's automatically mobile phone comes into our mind. We have a lot of experience with mobile phone, and we use mobile phone for various tasks. The usage of mobile phone, when we consider about the usage of mobile phone has drastically increased with the development of society and the technology. So, and also this mobile application always provide a better interactive and consistency user experience for us. It's a user-friendly device. So it is very important to discuss about this mobile application development, and also there are many features available with mobile phone and the mobile application development. So when we consider about this mobile application experience, you can use your mobile phone even without an internet connection to perform some simple tasks. So this mobile application development is very important when talking about technology development and the society. Okay, so that's why we are going to discuss about mobile application development. So these are the two main reasons to discuss about mobile application. The first one is mobile phone has drastically increased. That means usage of mobile phone has drastically increased. And the second one is it provides better interactive and consistency user experience, as well as it can, that means even without an internet connection, it can perform simple functions. So that's why we are going to discuss about this mobile application development. Okay. So this is about the why we need, this is about why. Then let's discuss about what is this mobile application development. Okay. So the mobile application development is the process, that means is the process of developing a software application for small low level handheld devices. Okay. So this is a process of developing application software for a small, low-power handheld devices. So when we talk about these handheld devices, we can take phones and tabs and PDAs as examples. So what is meant by this PDA? What is this PDA stand for what? Do you have any idea about PDS? PDS stands for Personal Digital Assistant. I think it's a small device like this, just like a phone. So this is also handheld device. So we can use, again, we can develop a mobile application for these mobile application to these handheld devices. Okay. So the simply mobile application development is the process of developing application software for a small power handheld devices. I think no question. Do you have any question? Okay, if you have any question, you can drop a message to the chat box. So we already discussed about why we need this mobile application and what is the mobile application. Simply with the development of the society and the technology, this usage of mobile phone has drastically increased. So we need to have an idea about development of mobile application, and also mobile application development is the process of developing application software for small low power handheld devices. Okay, then let's discuss about how we get mobile applications. So when you are buying a phone, as example, let's take I'm going to buy a phone, Samsung phone. At that time, you can see with your phone there are some pre-installed apps. Okay, we are going to use Java for this mobile application development. Did you do the Java in your previous semesters? Do you have any idea about Java? Okay, then we are going to discuss, we are going to use Java in this module, okay? Okay, when we consider about this, so as example, when we are buying a phone or a mobile device, you can see there are some pre-installed apps available in your phone. So this is the one way to get the mobile application pre-installed on the phone by the manufacturer. Some mobile applications are already pre-installed by the manufacturer. Then the next one is, there are 3 ways to get the mobile application. The first one is pre-installed on the phone by the manufacturer. And the next one is download by the customer from various mobile software distribution platform. Okay, if you need to download WhatsApp, you directly go to the Play Store, then you install it into your mobile application. Wait, I'm going to erase this one. If you need to install WhatsApp into your, not WhatsApp, let's take Helakuru. If you want to install Helakuru app into your mobile phone, simply you go to Play Store and you can download Helakuru from Play Store. So the second method is you can download it from mobile software distribution platform. So there are some, I already listed 2 Play Stores, Google Play Stores and the Apple iStore. This is available with Apple phone and the Google Play Store. Then the next mobile distribution platform is Google Play Store. So you can use these platforms to download the various mobile application according to your preference. Okay, next one is, that means the third way to get the mobile application is you can develop your own mobile application. So this is the task of this module. You can develop your own mobile application. Okay, so we are going to develop various kind of mobile application within this lecture series. So this is the third way. No, There is a question, madam. We are learning about Kotlin language in this module. Now we are going to discuss about Java. That means we are going to use Java language within this module. Okay. Okay, then now we already know and we already discussed about how we get the mobile application. There are three ways. First one is pre-install on the phone by the manufacturer. Second one is you can download with various mobile application by using mobile software distribution platform. The third one is you can develop your own mobile application. Okay, so I think this is okay. Do you have any other questions? There are two questions as the which language we are using in this module. We use Java and the Android Studio for practical session. Let's discuss a practical session at the later part of this lecture. Do you have any question? If you have any question, you can drop a chat message to the chat box or otherwise you can raise. I will give you 1 minute before moving to the application development categories. Okay, mobile application development categories.
No, madam, no question, madam. We can go.
Okay. Then let's move into mobile application development. So we can divide this mobile application development into two categories. That means two ways to develop mobile application. The first one is native application development and the second one is hybrid application development. Okay, there are two ways as the native application development and the hybrid application development. Okay, before discuss about this native application development, okay, what is meant by operating system? I think you already did the course module for operating system. What is operating system? I think this is in semester 2. What is operating system? No idea. Okay, let's discuss this mobile application operating system in next. There is answer interface between computer hardware and the user. Simply, computer operating system is the interface between computer hardware and the user. So when we consider about this native application development, in this case, we are going to build application for a particular mobile application, that means mobile operating system. In this case, we target only one mobile operating system. Okay, that means compatible with one operating system. In native application development, we are going to develop application for particular mobile operating system. Okay, so user can access them from dedicated app store. So when we consider about this native application development, that means application developed by using this technique, user can access these application by using dedicated app store. As an example, Android App Store. Likewise, it's only dedicated for one operating system. That means that application is compatible with Android. Likewise, okay, only compatible with one operating system. But when we consider about hybrid application development, this is the creation of single application that can run on multiple operating system. In native application development, it's compatible with one operating system, but when we consider about hybrid application development, it can compatible with multiple operating system. As example, let's take this is a application 1. This can be compatible with Android, then Blackberry. Likewise, there are so many mobile operating systems, so this application compatible with more than one operating system. So keep in mind, native application development is only for compatible with one operating system, but when we consider about hybrid application development, it is compatible with more than one operating system. So in this case, we can develop in hybrid application development. Oh, sorry, please give me 1 second. I'm going to erase this one. We can develop this one by Ionic framework, and then we can convert it into a particular operating system. Let's discuss those things in later part of this course module. So in this case, we can develop the application by using web application and native application. So native application is compatible with one operating system. In this case, more than one. We can develop this hybrid application by using web application and native application. Okay, keep all this in mind. Okay, then let's move into mobile application, mobile operating system. In your previous lesson, previous course module, you already discussed about operating system, computer operating systems, computer operating system. In this module, we are going to discuss about mobile operating system. When talking about operating system in commonly, means in commonly, this is the interface between user and all resources of a particular devices. So when we consider about computer, it's a interface between user and the computer resources. When we consider about a mobile phone, it's an interface between user and the mobile resources, and so on. Okay, so simply this operating system is an interface between user and all resources of a particular devices, which is yeah. Okay, then when we consider about this operating system always responsible for managing and operating hardware units, as well as its assist user to use those units. So the main functionality of this unit is this is responsible for manage and operating hardware within your device, as well as it assist user to use those units and the devices. Okay, not devices, units and the components. Okay, so these are the operating system. So when we consider about this operating system, is it a hardware component or a software component? And consider about operating system, what is the category this operating system belong? Is it a hardware or a software? Yeah, it's a software. It's a system software. When we consider about this OS, it's a system software. Okay. So when talking about computer, I think you already discussed about Linux operating system, Ubuntu, then the Windows. Windows is the most famous and the popular operating system available in computers because it's a very user-friendly as well as easy to use. And it is very easy to use. But when we consider about mobile application, mobile operating system, types of operating systems differ from computer operating system. Okay, now let's move into mobile operating system. I think now you have some basic idea about operating system. Then let's discuss about what is this mobile operating system. Okay. In mobile operating system, this is the operating system that runs only on mobile application. So mobile operating system is OS, which runs only on mobile devices. So these are the main mobile operating systems available in the society. Okay, Puta. Madam, I haven't power. Okay. Okay, the first one is Symbian. This is developed by Microsoft for Nokia phones. This mobile application, sorry, this operating system, this mobile operating system is developed by Microsoft. This operating system is compatible with Nokia phone. That means this is available with Nokia phone. Then the second one is Blackberry. When we consider about this Blackberry, this is designed especially for research in motion. So this Blackberry operating system developed or designed for research in motion, and this is run on Blackberry variant phones. That means I think you have heard about this Blackberry phones. So this operating system runs on Blackberry phones, and the main purpose of this operating system is to conduct the research in motion. Then the next one is iOS. That means this is available with the iPhones. These are the distributor. Android, then WebOS, this is the company, then the BATA, this is Samsung. When we consider about Windows Mobile operating system, it is developed by the Microsoft. And the next one is Android operating system developed by the Google. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about Android operating system. That means we are going to develop the mobile application by using this Android mobile operating system. Okay, so this is developed by Google. Okay, you can refer internet for get various idea about these two mobile mobile operating system as additional resources. You can refer the internet. There are many information available in the internet about mobile application development. You can refer those articles and the documents. Okay, now we are going to discuss about what is Android. Before that, do you have any question? Okay, I think no question. Then let's move into the Android. What is Android? If you have any question, feel free to ask. Okay. When consider about Android, this is a open source software platform. So that means when we consider about operating system, I think you will discuss about the open source, then open source application and software. So this is when we consider about Android, it's an open source
Recording in progress.
Okay, sorry, there is an internet connection issue. Can you all hear me?
Yes, madam.
Okay, then I'm going to share the screen with you. Okay, now we are discussing about Android. So Android is an open source platform as well as it's a mobile operating system, which is used for develop the mobile application, and this Android is based on Linux kernel. When we consider about this one, this Android is developed by or designed by Google. So this Google is the developer of this Android, but at the later acquired by the Open Handset Alliance, which is led by Google. At the beginning, it's totally owned by the Google. After that, they led the Open Handset Alliance. So now it's acquired by this OHA. Okay. So when we consider about Android, Java is the official development language for Android, but in the later for Android Studio, now it's the official language. Okay, so these are the main things about Android. This is, in this case, there are two development language. In that means in Android, two development language. That means two development language. The first one is Java, and the new official language is Kotlin. Okay. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about Java, not Kotlin. Okay. Okay. So these are the Android devices in the market. That means these devices, when we consider about these devices, all these device operating systems are based on Android. The first one is smartphones, then the tablets, e-reader devices, netbooks, MP4 players, and internet TVs. All these devices, when consider about all these devices is compatible with Android mobile operating system or Android operating system. It has a mobile Android operating system. Okay, these are the Android devices in the society and or the market. Okay, these are the main things. These are theory. You need to have some. Yeah. Yeah, you can take a smartwatch. Some smartwatch also based operating system is Android. Okay. Then from where you can get your application, that means Android application. All the Android application can be taken from Google Play Store. This is the symbol for Google Play Store. Other than this, Apple I/O, that means Apple Store. You can iOS Store, so you can download this Android application from these Play Stores. Okay. Then we are going to discuss about important part, Android software stack. Okay. So when we consider about Android software stack, before starting the development, you have some idea about what is the Android software stack. You can see this is the stack. So this is consist with mainly 4 layers. The first one is Linux kernel. I already told that this Android is based on Linux kernel. So this is the Linux kernel. Under the Linux kernel, you can see these are the available components. So display drivers, then the camera drivers, flash memory drivers, and the Wi-Fi drivers, audio, then the power management, keypad drivers. All these are available under the Linux kernel. These are the components in this Linux kernel. Then the next one is libraries. So these are the available libraries associated with Android. So you can see SQLite, Media Framework, then OpenGL. This is for graphic. This is for database purpose. So these are the main libraries available with this Android. Okay, then this is the Android runtime. This is consists with core libraries. Let's discuss those things within this lecture series in detail. Then the next one is application framework. In this framework, you can see these are the components. So the activity manager to manage the activities, then the window manager, content provider, then the view system, and the notification manager for notification purpose, then the location manager for GPS and also other things, then the resources manager, the unit which manage the resources available in your mobile phone, then the telephony manager and the package manager. These are the available components in the application framework. Then the application layer, this is the home, this is consist with home, contacts, phone, browsers, and so on. So this is the user interact layer. All these are under this. This is the user interact layer. So if you use as example, when you are using a phone, you access this application. So this layer, all others are under this application layer, under the application layer. Okay. So first of all, let's discuss about Linux software stack. Before that, see this picture carefully. There are 4 layers: application, application framework, libraries, Android runtime, and the Linux kernel. Now we are going to discuss about each layer in detail. Okay. Sorry. Okay, this is the stack. First, we are going to discuss about Linux kernel. Okay, when we consider about Linux kernel, this is responsible for, you can see these are the available drivers and the management unit. So this is responsible for memory management, then power management, resource management, and driver management. So it is very difficult to write. Okay, let's take like this. So this is responsible for driver management, simply driver management, then the power management, driver, power, then resource management, and memory management. Okay. And this kernel provides all the core services like this. That means core services are the power management, how you can manage your power, how you can manage your memory within the device, and how you can manage the resource. All these are done by, all these are done by this Linux kernel. Okay. So you can see, include these things as a point. Then let's move into hardware abstract layer. The first one is Linux kernel. It's responsible for core service. Under core service, you can take memory management, resource management, driver management, and the power management. Then let's move into hardware abstraction layer. So this is available within these two. That means it is between these libraries and the Linux kernel. Okay, libraries and the Linux kernel. This hardware abstraction layer is available. Okay, so this is a layer which provides an abstract layer between the underlying physical devices, hardware, and the remainder of stack. Okay, so this is just like an abstract layer, and it provides this abstract layer between physical device, hardware, and remainder of the stack. Okay, these are the two components. Then the next one is libraries. This is very important. Under this, we can take the libraries. There are different kind of libraries for various purpose. So you can see this libraries run on this There are some background noise. Do you have any question, Putha? Okay, I think no question. Do you have any question? Okay, I think no question. Then when we consider about libraries, these libraries running on the top of the Linux kernel. This is the Linux kernel. These libraries run on this top of this Linux kernel, and in the libraries, it include various C and C++ core libraries such as LIBC and SSL. Apart from this, there are so many libraries. These libraries contain a media library for playback of audio and video media. And there is another library for Surface Manager, and it provides display management. And OpenGL, this is for 2D and 3D graphic. And SQLite, it's assist for database support. I think you have some idea about database. There is a course module as database design. No? I think you have some database. You have idea about database. So SQLite is used for database support, and SSL and WebKit for integrate web browsers and internet security. These two libraries get together to integrate web browsers and internet security. That means these two libraries provide the integrated web browser as well as internet security. And there is another library as media framework. This is for play audio and video and all other codecs. Okay. So these are the main libraries available in Android software stack under the libraries category. Then let's move into Android runtime. This is very important, Android runtime. So this one, Android runtime, this is a component which we are going to discuss now. When we consider about this Android runtime, this is an application runtime environment. This is an application runtime environment used by Android operating systems. Okay, this is application runtime environment. Okay, so this the engine that powers our application always. This is the engine that powers our mobile application available in the mobile phone, as well as this is consist with basic for application framework. Okay, so when we consider about this Android runtime, it's come with set of core libraries. You can see this runtime. That means Android runtime environment or Android runtimes come up with various core libraries. Okay, so these libraries are mostly developed. Most of these libraries are developed by Java programming language. So when we consider about these libraries, most of them are developed by C and C++. But when we consider about core libraries are developed by Java language. Okay, so this is about runtime. Android runtime. Then under this Android runtime, you can see the core libraries. Most of them are developed by Java. Okay. So this is the Android specific libraries. Under this one, it can find some Android specific libraries. Let's discuss about these libraries when you are doing practical session. Okay. Okay, then the next one is application framework. This one. This is the application framework. These are the components available in the application framework. So this is the application framework. These are the main components available in the application framework. Okay, when you are build your apps, when you are build your application, you have access to the same API used by the core application. Okay, when you are using your, when you are building your apps, that means mobile application, you have access to the same API used by the core application. Okay, at that time you use the APIs to control what your apps look like and how it behave. All these are available with this application framework. All these functionalities are provided by this application framework. Okay, the main functionalities are the functionalities of this application framework is it provides the classes used to create the Android application. So when you are creating this application framework is very important, and it provides different APIs to control this, that means appearance of your mobile application. Okay, so you can see this application, sorry, this application framework provide classes to create Android application. So I think in Java you have some, in Java you already discussed about classes and the object and all the double OP concept. So this application framework provides classes to create different Android application. And the next one is it provides the generic abstraction for hardware access, and also it's managed the user interface and the application resources or application resources. So these are the three main functionality of this application framework. Always it provides different APIs to control your mobile application appearance as well as its functionality. So these are the main functionality. It provides classes to create application, and also it provides generic abstraction for hardware access, and also it helps to manage the user interface as well as the application resources available in your mobile devices. So this is the main information about the application framework. Then let's move into the application layer. This is the layer which you and me access. This is the layer which you and me access. So all the components which you can see are available in this application layer. So when we consider about this layer, this layer is run with the Android application, that means Android runtime environment using different classes as well as services, and you can access directly this application layer, but you can't access others layer directly, and that means so all the applications, both native and third parties, are built on this application layer. I think these are the main, not I think, these are the main Android software stack. I think now you have some idea about what is this Android software stack and what are the available layers and the components in this Android software stack. Before moving to the next part, do you have any question? If you have any question, you can drop a message to the chat box. I will give you 2 minutes. Please go through this. Okay, before that, I'm going to share my presentation with you. Wait. I think this one. Okay, you can download lecture 1 from your chat. This point, and if you have any doubt, you can place your question. Okay, do you have any question? Are you guys with me? Okay, if you are with me, please raise hand. I already upload the receipt. Oh, sorry. I already upload. I already put the lecture note into the chat. Can't you download it? Only 8 participants with me.
Madam.
Why?
Madam, it's not in the chat. You can see in the chat.
Sama download it. We can download. Sama download. Already downloaded. Okay, now I'm upload. Okay, lecture 1. Sorry, this is PPT. You can't download it from mobile. Okay. I will upload it to your Google Classroom. Okay. Don't worry. Only 7 participants with me. Okay. It's very few number. That means you log into the Zoom chat session and doing your own things. No? Okay. I think no question. You can surely upload this lecture materials into your Google Classroom as well as the recording link. So don't worry about it. Okay, I think no question. Then let's move into next part. So the next part is version of Android. That means Android version. You can see this Android version always come with sweets. Cupcake, donut, eclairs, then marshmallows, lollipop, Kit Kat, jelly beans, all the Android versions come up with and different kind of sweets. Okay, so these are the two recent these are the new Android version, Android 10 and the Android 11. Apart from those two, all these come up with sweets name. Okay, so when we consider about this one, I think now you wait. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, can you all see this web page? Okay, in this web page, you can see there are different types of Android version with their API level. I think no, you don't have any idea about API level. Let's discuss them in the later of this lecture series. So you can see when we consider about this cupcake is when we consider about cupcake, this is the code name. So the Android version is 1.5. This is the API level. This is released in 2009. Okay, so then the donut, eclairs, this is the release date. So the most recent one is Android 11, which is released in 2020, and the API level is equal to 30. This is known as Android version 11. So when consider about Lollipop 5.0 and 5.0 released in 2014. So these are the different type of that means different version of Android. When we are doing practical session, let's get experience of this version, or yeah, of this version. Okay, so you can refer these documents, Android version in Java point, that means tutorial point, to get some idea about what are the available Android versions and what are the which is the release date of these Android versions. Okay. Again, let's move into the lecture note. So these are the API levels and the code names and the platform. I will include some of them, some of Android versions. Please go through these things. No need to memorize these things. No need to memorize Cupcake 1.1. Likewise, no need to memorize. Just go through this and get idea about what are the available Android versions. Okay. Then let's discuss about Android's SDK. SDK stand for Software Development Kit. There are another kit, JDK. What is this JDK? I think you heard about this JDK. JDK stand for what? Did you do the Java, no?
Java Development Kit.
No. This is stand for Java Development Kit. Likewise, this SDK stand for Software Development Kit. Okay. So under this Android SDK, Android Software Development Kit, this is consist with libraries as well as tools that is needed for your development. That means your mobile development. So this is contained with libraries as well as tools. Okay, so these are essential components for mobile application development. So these are some components available in this SDK platform and the SDK tools and the Android support, documentation and sample apps and the Google Play build. So this is about Android SDK. Then let's discuss about component of Android application. Now we already discussed about Android and what are Android software stack and what are the version of Android and components available in the software stack and the SDK. Now we are going to discuss about component of Android application. In previous, we already discussed about Android. Now we are going to discuss about Android application. Under Android application, first we are going to discuss about components available in the Android. That means component available in the Android application. So when you are developing an Android application, what are the components? When you are developing an Android application, you have an idea about what are the components available or associated with this Android application. So for that, we are going to discuss about components available in Android application. So these components are the essential building blocks for Android application. In this case, when consider about Android application, these are the main components. There are so many components as main components and the additional components. In your level, I'm going to discuss about 5 components. Intents, then the services, broadcast receiver, content providers, and the widgets. Okay, in your level, I only discuss about these 5 components, but when we consider about Android application, there are 2 types of components as the main components and the additional components, but in your level, I'm only discuss about 5 components. Okay, so when we consider about this each components, wait, I'm going to erase this one first. Okay, let's take this as, so these are the as example. Let's take these are the components available in the Android application. So this is the Android application. Okay. This is the Android application. These are the components available, C1, C2, and C3. So when we consider about each component, this provides distinct purpose and it has a distinct life cycle. Okay. So this is responsible for distinct functionality as well as it has a distinct life cycle. When we consider about C2, it also has a distinct purpose as well as distinct life cycle. Okay, so each component serves a distinct purpose as well as it has a each component has individual distinct life cycle. Okay, so when we consider about these components, these are loosely coupling. I think you have some idea about loose coupling and tightly coupling. So this component, it has, when we consider about components, each components are loosely coupling together these components are loosely coupling. And they get, that means all these components bound together for a special file. Okay, so these, when we consider about components, it has a distinct life cycle, that means individual distinct life cycle, and also it provides different distinct purpose, individual purpose, and they are loosely coupling, and they together bound together to a special file called manifest. Okay, in your practical, I will show this manifest. Okay, next week we are going to start the practical, so you have to ready your laptops. So all these components bound together to a special file called manifest. Okay, in practical, I will show this manifest file. Okay. Okay, so under this one, I already discussed about not 5 components. I'm going to discuss about 6 components. Activities also there. Activities, intents, services, broadcast receivers, content providers, and widgets. Okay, under the components of an Android application, I'm going to discuss all these components. Okay, first let's discuss about activities. Okay, before that, do you have any question? I will give you 1 minute. If you have any question, you can drop a message. No question?
I think no question, madam.
Okay. So first of all, let's discuss about activities. Okay. Activities. So when we consider about activities, this is the main entry point for interacting with users. So there are some background noise. I'm going to mute you all first. Okay. So when we consider about activities, this is the entry point for interacting with users. So when you are developing a Android application, this is the place where or an entry point for interacting with the users. Okay. So in this case, you can see it's available in applications presentation layer. We already discussed about this layer, and this is a UI application which is built around one or more activities or more classes, not activities. This is a UI of an application. UI means user interface. That means this is a user interface which built around one or more activity classes. Okay. So this represent in a single screen with the user interface. So when we consider about this one, before this one, when we consider about in practical session, you need to extend this to create an activity. You need to extend activity class. I think you have some idea about classes and all. Let's okay, let's talk them. Let's discuss them in later. Okay. Okay, when we consider about activities, this activity is mainly for the interacting with the user, and also it represents a single screen with the user interface. And when we consider about this interface, it can be bind with one or more activity classes. No issue of that. You can use extend keywords to extend one or more activities to a single class. Not yeah, extend keyword and okay. When we consider about these activities use fragments as well as views to lay out and display the information and to respond the user action. So these activities always use fragments and the ways to display the information as well as respond to users. As an example, let's take an email app. Okay. As an example, you can take an email app. That means Gmail or Hotmail, anything. Oh, sorry, Gmail, then any other mail, Yahoo, any other mail app. So when we consider about this mail app, one activity can be used to show the list of new emails. So when we consider about email app, we can use one activity. And I already told that these activities can be for one user face, it can be associated with more than one activity. So when we consider about this email app, let's take one interface or a UI like this. And in this case, you can use one activity to show the list of new email, and another activity, that means activity 1 for list the new email, activity 2 for compose an email, and the activity 3 for activity 3 for read email. So as an example, let's take an email app. When we consider about email app, as example, let's take one interface. This interface is associated with 3 activities. First activity is used to compose the email. Second activity is used to show the list of email, and the third activity is used to read the new email. All these activities get together to provide the best user experience. Okay, I think it is clear. So when we consider about activities, always these activities associated with application layer. So you can build a single user interface for more than 1 or 2 activities. And these activities always use fragments and beads to display the information and respond to the user action. Okay, so these are the main things available with these activities. Do you have any question? Is my example clear? You can take an email app. You can build 3 activities by 3 activities. First activity to list the emails available in the email. Then the second one is compose an email. Third one is reading or sending an email. Okay. Yeah, reading an email. Another one can be, yeah, 3. No? You can create 3 activities for one user interface. For that purpose, you need abstraction and other concept in Java when you are developing these activities. Okay. Okay, then let's move into the second part. That means second component, it is the services. Okay. When we consider about services, it's a general purpose entry point. The first one is main entry point to the that means main entry point for interacting with user. This is a general purpose entry point for keeping an app running in the background for all kind of reasons. So this is a service. When we consider about service, it's a general purpose entry point, and it keeping an app running in background for all kind of action. Okay. So in this case, it does not provide a user interface. That means in this case, it needs a user interface now associated with activities, but in this case, it does not need a user interface. So you can go to these 2 points. Yeah, it can run without a UI, and this is a background task. These are the available features associated with services. It can be a background task, or it can be updating our data source and trigger the notification and broadcasting intent. So as an example, let's take, so this is just a background. That means a background activity, not activity, background task. As an example, let's take like this. You are going to use your calendar in your mobile phone. So at that time, service might play the music in the background, but user use different app. Then user use calendar app, but services might play the music in the background. Okay, so this is a background task. While you are doing another task, we can run, or we can execute the background task by using the services. Okay, is it clear? This is a general purpose.
Yes.
Okay. While you are running a app or a application, you can run another background task by using these services. Okay, then the next one is intents. This is also very important. So when we consider about this intent, it's a inter-application message passing framework. This is a inter-application. This is a inter-application. This is an inter-application message passing framework. Okay. For communicate with each components of the components between the, and that means each component, that means each Android components. Okay, so the intent is a inter-application message passing framework, which is used for intercommunicate between the Android components. Okay. So this is also can be used for transfer the data between different activities. This is a message passing framework. So this can be used to share, that means transfer the data between 2 different activities also. Okay, so there are 2 functionalities. This can be used for this can be used for message passing frame, as a message passing framework to communicate with each component available in Android application, as well as it can be used to share the data or transfer the data between 2 different activities, not two or more than. Okay, more than that. Okay, so when we consider as an example, let's take this one. Yeah, you can as example, you can take a camera app. Okay, at that time you can send an intent to your mobile. That means you can send an intent to your mobile operating system when user decided to share the pictures. As an example, you can see when you are referring to your cam app, that means camera app. When you are referring to your camera app, you can send an intent to your mobile operating system for sharing the pictures. Okay, likewise, this is a message passing and data passing technique. Message passing throughout, that means message passing between the Android components, then the data can be transferred between the activities. So these are the main two functions of intent. Okay. Then the next one is broadcast receiver. Wait. When we consider about this broadcast receivers, so this enables your mobile phone or a mobile application to deliver the events to the app outside the regular user flow. As an example, let's take when you are using your phone, your battery is going to be low. At that time, this broadcast receiver notify that to the user. Okay, as an example, let's take a mobile app, your mobile phone. When you are using your mobile app, it's the battery is going to dead. So at that time, your phone notify your broadcast receiver, and not your phone, broadcast receiver can notify it to the user by appearing a notify message. So all these are done by likewise. That means all these functions are done by this broadcast receiver. So the main, I listed main three. Sorry, I listed some information for this broadcast receiver. The first one is deliver events to the app outside of the regular user flow. Example is when the battery is going to dead, it is notified by using this broadcast receiver. And also this is listening for incoming intents for matching for the given criteria. There are some cases like this, no need to worry about this point. And this is very useful for data, that event driven application. I think you don't have any idea about this one. Let's discuss them later part. Okay. Then the next one is content provider. Before moving to the content provider, do you have any questions about activities, then the services, intents, and the broadcast receivers?
No, madam, no.
Okay, good. Then let's move into the next one. It is content provider. In this case, it is a component that allows application to share the data among the multiple applications. So the content provider is responsible for share the data among multiple applications. As example, you can see there are so many applications. As example, you can see application. There are many applications, P1, P2, P3. So this content provider is responsible or allows to share the data between those applications. Okay. These are some important things about this content provider. So this managed shared set of app data that you can store in another persistent storage location that an app can access, and also this allows you to share the data across the application boundaries. So this is about content details. When you are content provider, when you are, as example, you can take contact detail list, then the photo gallery as an example for this content provider. Okay, so when we consider about photo gallery, you can share that photo by using the WhatsApp or Facebook or Viber. So this content provider allows to share the data across the application boundary. So this is the main functionality of the content boundary. So you can memorize some example. Photo gallery, then the contact list. You can share the contact list through WhatsApp, no. So you can take these two as example for the content provider. Then the next one is notification. I think you all have some experience with this notification. This notification always enables to alert the user. That means it's alert user when the application is not visible or inactive or active. So this alert always pop up on your screen and then disappeared. As example, you can take when you receive a new message, the notification is pop up on the screen, then it is disappeared. Okay. So this is about notification. I think you have some idea about this notification. Notification always alert user about some functionalities and inactivity, not visible application. Okay. Then the widgets. When we consider about widgets, so this is an visual application components that are typically needed to device home screen. That means this is just a home screen customization. When you are consider about your mobile phone, I think you have some experience with use of these widgets. All the mobile phones are available with widgets. So it is used for customize the home screen, and they display the data and allow you to perform different kind of action on your application. So when we consider about widgets, there are 4 types of widgets. The first one is information widgets. Then the next one is control widgets. Then the collection widgets, and the last one is hybrid widgets. These widgets are available with the phones, and I think you have some experience with those widgets. Okay, you can customize your home screen by using these widgets. Okay, so these are the main components available in your Android applications. Do you have any questions? I only discussed about 5 or 6 components. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I only discussed about 7 components. There are so many other components available, that additional components available in the mobile application, that means Android applications. Okay. Do you have any questions? I will give you 2 minutes. You can go through the lecture. And if you have any doubt, you can raise your question. Are you guys with me? Okay. I think only one boy in this class. Okay, it's okay. Then let's discuss about, I think, I know these are very boring because all these are theory part. So don't worry, next day we can conduct practical session. This is the basic things about mobile application development. So we need to discuss all these things to get the basic ideas. That's why I discuss all these things. So don't worry. I know these are very boring. Okay. Then let's move into Android process priorities. Okay. When we consider about Android activities, we already discussed about the activities. When we consider about the activities available with the Android, each Android activities has a priority. Okay, that means priority means to determine which process should be killed to. That means which process should be killed. to perform or to maintain proper management within the application. Okay, so you can see this is the hierarchy of those priorities. This priority, that means this Android process priority determine which process should be killed to maintain the proper management within the application. So this is the hierarchy of these priorities. You can see the first one is active process. It has a critical priority. Then the next one is visible process and the started service process. These two have higher priorities. When we consider about the next two, background process and the empty process, when we consider about these two, these two have low priority. So this is the priority hierarchy. So when you are creating an activity or when you are dealing with activities, you need to have some idea about the priority of the process. So these are the priorities. So empty process has a low priority and the active process has a critical priority. Okay. So priority is used to determine which process should be killed first. Okay, so as example, let's take in this case active process and visible process. There are two processes as these two. Let's take this is L1 activity 1, this is activity 2. In this case, this has a critical priority, this has a low priority, so this one is going to kill first. Okay, so this is about Android process priority. I think it was clear. Then let's discuss about each process in detail. First of all, let's discuss about activity priority. Not activity priority, yeah, active priority. Not active priority, active process. This contain critical priority level. So this is the top element in the hierarchy. So when we consider about this active, it is known as a foreground. So the active process can be called as foreground process. So in this case, this is the process with which the user is currently interact and use. Okay, so this is a process which the user is currently use, so interact and always this Android is try to keep the responsive by reclaiming the resources. In this case, that means as example, you can see your device has resources are resources R1, R2, R3. So there are two activities and first one is active process, then second one is activity 1 and activity 2. All these are active process. At that time, this and your Android try to respond these activities by reclaiming the resources. Sometimes this R2 is used by this activity 2, but activity 1 is also needed this R2. So at that time, Android reclaim and provide these resources to activity 1 according to the priority level. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. It's like a mistake. Okay, so this is about activity priority. Sorry, not activity, active process. This is the top priority process. Okay, then next one is visible process. So under the visible process, process when an activity can be visible to user is known as a visible process. That means activity hosting visible activities for foreground services. So to provide these foreground services, what are the activities used are defined in this visible process, and they are not in foreground and respond to the user. As an example, let's take like this. That means this is a visible process now. That means this is visible for the user. So when some application need the permission like camera access, you can see a dialog box will appear on the screen and ask for the permission. At that time, the process correspond to the action for the app which is running previously will go in visible status. Okay, that means when you are using your, as example, let's take you are going to register for some website or some accounts. At that time they ask to upload the photo. At that time you can see there is a dialog box. It is pop up and ask for the permission for camera access. Okay, at that time you can see the app is going to be visible. So this is known as visible process. Okay, there are two processes. Active process, this has a higher priority, critical priority. Then visible process, it has a high priority. Then the next one is started background service process. In this process, this is the service support ongoing process that should continue with the visible interface. That means, as example, you can see the WhatsApp interface. At that time there are some ongoing process to support these services. These are known as state background services process. Okay, then this has low medium priority. Yeah, this has a medium priority. Then the next one is background process. Activities that aren't visible and don't have any running services are known as background process. When you are referring to your settings in your mobile phone, you can see the background. You can go to the settings and you can find what are the background running services and or apps in your phone. So in this case, the activities aren't visible for us, but they run in the background process. Okay. Okay, then the next one is empty process. When we consider about empty process, this has the least priority. That means application that are written in memory after it has reached to the end of its life cycle. But Android keep this empty process for relaunch purpose. Okay, so this empty process has the least priority. When we consider about this one, you can see this is already reached to the end of its life cycle, but this Android keep those records in your cache for use in relaunch purpose. Okay, so these are the main process and the higher priority levels. So when we consider about this priority, active process has a critical priority. And the next one is visible process, then the start service process, background process, and the empty process. So these are the main things about Android process priority. And we already discussed about processes. Do you have any questions? Please get some idea about these things. What is the empty process, and which level, what is the level of the hierarchy, that means Android process priority hierarchy, and what is meant by background process and visible process, and so on. If you have any question, you can drop a message. Next we are going to discuss about the Android Studio. Before that, if you have any question, you can raise your question now. Okay, Vita. in my area. Yeah, I know there are some power cuts. No issue. Okay. No questions. Okay. Then let's discuss about Android Studio. This is the software we are going to use in for our practical session, Android Studio. Before that, how many students installed the Android Studio for your laptop? How many students have experience with Android Studio? If you have any, okay, okay. There are some students already installed. Okay, in next, before the next session, you need to install Android Studio. You can directly download it from the website, Android Studio. Then you can install it into your PC. Sorry, not PC or in laptop, anything. So minimum RAM needed for Android Studio is 4 GB. This is the RAM needed for Android Studio. It's take sometimes to install process, and also there are some loading issues, and it takes some time to load, and all the computer gets slow when using this Android Studio. So don't worry, you can download this Android Studio from this is an open source. You can download. Okay. Okay, before, yeah. So okay, you can download and get ready for next practical session. Okay, so you can see this is the icon for Android Studio, and this is the version of IDE, and this includes the extra GUI tools as well as Android SDK. We already discussed about what is this Android SDK, and this is provides templates to create a new apps and the classes. I'm going to show my Android Studio.
Madam, आप Android Studio දාගන්නකොට latest එකක් දාගන්න ඕනේ.
ඔයාලා කැමති නම් latest එක, it's up to you. I think you can use version 3.4 or 3.3. Those are most compatible with various. I'm at 3.4. I'm going to share my screen. Wait. Okay. This is my Android. This is an version 3.4.1. So this is the Android application. You can see there are some options, import projects, import Android codes, then the profile and debug APK, then checkout. I think you have some idea about checkouts. Then the open an existing project, creating a new studio project. So these are the main things available. And your practical guide also based with this, that means in your practical guide, I included some photos from this 3.4, that means version 3.4.1. So don't worry. You can change the color that you can change the color according to your preference. Okay, then you can download it. So when we consider about downloading purpose, so before installing before installing Android Studio, you can set up the Java for your, that means you need to install the Java to your machine. I think you already finished the Java lesson. So Java, that means JDK and the Java is available with your machine. You can just simply check the Java by typing the Java C in your, yeah, likewise. So Java is available in my laptop. You can check whether the Java is available in your lab or available in your PC. If not, first you can install the Java into your PC. After that, you can download Android Studio. Okay, you can download Android Studio. I'm going to download this one. So Android Studio download archives. So you can see latest versions and the previous version. You can go to this documentation and you can agree to the terms. After that, you can download any release. So these are the available Android Studio versions. So you can download any versions by this site. Okay, this is about Android Studios. Okay, Android Studio download archives. Then you can install Android Studio to your laptop. First you need to install Java. After that you need to install Android Studio. It takes some time to download the Android Studio, so don't worry about it. After that you can create a project by using Android Studio. Okay, so these are the process. That means these are the steps to create create a Android application by using Android Studio. So first you can create a project by using the choose your project option. You can choose the empty activity. After that, you can move to the next page by clicking on the next. Then you can configure your project according to your preference. You can give any name, then the package name, and the save. You can change the save location, and you need to provide the language which you are going to use. There are two languages, Kotlin and the Java. You can use any language. In this practical session, we are going to use Java language. So you can select the Java language. After that, you can provide the minimum API level. So you can choose any. There are so many options. You can choose any. Then you can create your project. Okay, at that time, after creating this project, you can see this is the design UI. Before that, I'm going to create a project with you. In today, I create a small project and I present how to run the program. Then you can, after this session, you can download the Android Studio and you can create a small application and you can run it, and you can download all the necessary Gradles and all these things to your project. Then get ready with next day. Okay, I'm going to create a project. Can you all see my Android Studio?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can start a new Android Studio project by clicking on this one. Then you can see choose your option. So in this case, we are not going, as you are only in first stage. Now you are in first stage. So let's discuss it. Let's create application by using an empty activities. So you can click on this empty activities, then you can click on the next. At that time you can see these are the configuration of your project. You can change the save location, then the application name. I'm going to give the test one like this. Wait, any name. Then you can change the language. Kotlin and Java available, so you can click the Java. Then you can select the minimum API level. I think it's better to choose APIs less than 4.0. Yeah, you need to download emulator. Then you can click on finish. Okay, it takes some time to create the app. Okay, you can see it's still running by synchronizing all the necessary libraries and all the necessary settings. So, okay. At that time, you can see it's create a new main Java activity. That means activity in the Java. And also you can see this is a layout. You can add any button or any, like this. You can add any buttons, widgets, layout to your layout your program. I'm not going to discuss all these things in today. I just want to, you can add any components available with this constraint layout. So when we consider about this one, so this is the project structure. So when we consider about this project structure is mainly built with manifest, Java, REST and Gradle script. So this manifest, when we consider about manifest, this manifest contained all the configurations and setting of your project. So this is the manifest. Under this manifest, you can see this is the manifest configuration XML file. So under this one, all the configurations and settings of your projects are available. Then the next one is Java project. Under the Java project, you can see your main Java application. And there are some other folders. Let's discuss them in next day. If you need to test or write a unit test or any type of, I think you study about testing, software testing. So this is about testing purpose. Then there is another library, so another folder, RES. In this case, it is consist with resources file. This is all the in this manifest folder. It is consist with all the configurations and the settings. When we consider about Java, it is consist with Java main file. You can see this is the main file, and you can add any Java class, any resources by clicking on this one. I'm not going to create it now. Then the next one is RES. This is contain the resources file. You can see there are some resources. These are the resources. In this case, drawable. This library is for image purpose. Then the layout. This is for description of GUI layout. And when we consider about this, these are for some style purposes. That means general appearance of your appearance of your mobile application. Then this is for some localization data. This is for localization data. So these are the available components. Then the next one is Gradle. This is the compile, that means compile management system to configure the, that means this include manage that. This is help for compilation and the building purpose. Okay. These are the project structure of a mobile application. That means this is the project structure of this project. So then you can run this one. I'm going to run one at once. Okay, you can run by this one. Initialize ATP. You can. I already created the virtual device. Otherwise, you can create a new virtual device. So you can find any virtual. That means in the virtual design, in virtual design, you can find any device. That means if you want to run on the TV, you can select run phones. These are the available types. So if you needed to Galaxy Nexus, you can choose that one. These are the size and this is the resolution. This is the densities of available components or virtual machine. So I'm going to select this one or this one. Let's take Galaxy. This one you can select, then you can move to the next one. Then you can choose one of the Android version. You can download. I already download this one. If you need to marshmallows, you can download marshmallows. It takes sometimes to download the marshmallows. This is the version you need to, that means version that you need to run. I'm not going to download it now. Let's take this nugget. Then next device name, you can then finish. Okay, then creating a virtual, you can see this is a creating Android virtual device. It takes sometimes to create. Then I'm going to run this one. Okay, it takes some time to build. No need to worry with these things. I'll discuss all these steps one by one in next class. I just want to present how you can create and how you can run the program. It takes some time to run. Okay, you can see this is the emulator. Okay, it takes some time, so don't worry. Okay, next day, let's discuss all these things one by one. You can see it takes some time to load all the application available in the emulator. Okay, next day, let's discuss about what is this emulator and what are the functionality of this emulator, how you can download this one. Likewise, yeah, it takes some time, so don't worry. Okay. Okay, you can see this is a virtual device. This is just a virtual device. So you can create the application and you can run and check on this virtual emulators. Okay, so don't worry about those. Okay, so this is the general designing of UI. This is the XML file and you can take it. It takes sometimes. And you can develop your application according to your preference. Then about creating activities, next day let's discuss about those things in detail, step by step. This is the virtual device configuration. Let's discuss this and this also in next day. Before that, do you have any idea about Java and the Java classes? you need, you can see in this case all these functionalities, all this is we are going to use Java for this practical session. So as a mobile application development language, so you need to have some idea about Java, how to create the classes and how to extend how to extend another class or an interface. Okay, then next day let's have a small that means demonstration about Java. After that, let's move into the practical session. I think it's time to configure your laptop. So it's set up your laptop with Android Studio. Okay, before conclude this session, do you have any questions? There are 4, I think, next lecture on Wednesday. So you have more than 5 days to download Android Studio and set up your computer. Do you have any doubt? No students in the class? ඔයාලට මොන හරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද?
मैडम फोन එක කනෙක්ට් කරලත් මේ ටෙස්ට් කරන්න පුළුවන් නේද? සිමියුලේටර් එක දැම්මොත් නම් මැෂින් හිරෙවි මට හිතෙන්නේ.
ඔව් එහෙම ටෙස්ට් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක ඔයාලට ලේසි විදිහකට arrange කරගන්න. දැන් මට ලේසි ඔයාලට මෙහෙම කරන එක. අනිත් කට්ටිය කියන්නේ ඔයාලගේ මැෂින් වල capacity එක ඊට පස්සේ processor එක ඒවා මත depend වෙනවානේ. එතකොට ඔයාලා එක හොඳ විදිහක් arrange කරගන්න practical session එකට. Okay.
කොහොමද ලැබ් ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් එකකුත් කරන්න වෙන්නේ මැඩම් ෆිසිකලිවත් ඇවිල්ලා කියන්නේ මේ ගොඩක්ම සමහර අයගේ මැෂින් එහෙම නම් අපේ වැඩ කරන්න බැරි වෙද්ද නැහැ Android Studio වල.
Okay. That means practical session within the laboratory, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will discuss those things with your coordinators. Okay. How many students in this batch?
I think now we have
38.
45.
45. So, okay.
Nearly 45.
Okay. Okay. So less than 40. So, okay, we can arrange some practical session. No, only 40 students. No. Okay. I'll discuss it, those things with your admin and administrative unit, and as well as your deans, as well as all 3 departments, and try to arrange practical session. Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, madam.
Okay. What about others? Okay, if you have no questions, let's conclude the session. If you have any doubts or any issues while you are downloading and installing Android Studio to your machine, feel free to contact me. I think my email address with you, and I'm always available in the department. Who is this? Maybe 19B113. Do you have any question?
I think no, madam.
Okay. So I'm going to conclude this session. And thank you. And stay safe. I'm going to stop recording. Wait.